On April 6, New York State lawmakers passed a $2.1 billion relief fund for excluded workers, which is projected to offer aid to nearly 300,000 New Yorkers who haven't received any financial help from the government since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. The success of the fund is largely due to the efforts that the Community Resource Center has put in to ensure the inclusion of the fund in the New York State budget. The Community Resource Center is a nonprofit organization located in Mamaroneck, New York. Their mission is to empower and integrate immigrants locally and throughout Westchester County. The Community Resource Center actively supported the Essential Excluded Workers campaign, which was seeking New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo to provide a $3.5 billion fund for immigrant essential workers who have been on the front lines of the pandemic but haven't received any aid from the government. In an interview with LMC, Janet Fry, the Deputy Executive Director for CRC, described the importance of providing this fund to the excluded essential workers in New York.
Most of those undocumented workers got sick with COVID, and some of them lost their lives because they didn't have access to hospitals. They didn't have access to healthcare, and those families, especially the ones who lost their breadwinner, have access to this fund, which is something that for us was very important.
The Community Resource Center has worked alongside other organizations and coalitions to bring the necessity of this fund to the attention of state lawmakers. Starting March 18th, they organized a hunger strike in Westchester County to demand action. Janet Fry, who organized and participated in the strike, gives insight into why people chose to take part in the hunger strike.
Our community is already dying, our community is already hungry, starving, and they are not choosing that. So I prefer to choose this for a cause that our community, deserves.
After 23 days of the hunger strike, lawmakers passed the $2.1 billion Excluded Workers Fund. This is the first program of its kind in the country. During an interview with LMC, Gerandi Martinez, the executive director for CRC, explained the role that the community played in getting the fund to be passed and claims that this fund could be a model for other states to follow as well.
I think Westchester County played a critical role, as we've said in our meetings, for getting this fund passed. And this serves as hopefully a role model for other communities that are hoping to either pass a fund or legislation. It can be done. It just requires organizing.
Despite the hardships the excluded essential workers have faced within the past year, this fund undoubtedly provides hope for many people and will hopefully stop the suffering that many endured due to their immigrant status.